action-packed sci-fi thriller set in a futuristic sandbox, but it also aims to empower players to design games of their own. In just a moment, we'll be hearing about what's planned for it post-launch, but first, let's take a look at an exclusive extended trailer of Mindseye in action.
What are you doing here?
Come with me.
All around me are familiar faces.
At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head.
Keep your eyes on.
In years, I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's been buried down deep feels like it's just knocking to get out. I was seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
I want to be part of your future. You don't deserve what they gave you. It's activating. You're one of them. You're working with them. No, please, no, you're even one of them.
Now, to get some insight into Mindseye, I'm joined by the game's director and founder of Build a Rocket Boy, Leslie Benzies. Welcome. How you doing?
Thank you for having me.
All right. To start, for anyone that might have missed the overview trailer that you put out a different trailer a little while ago, can you give us a general overview of the game and who it's for?
Yeah, you play as Jacob Diaz, the handsome fellow in the trailer that you saw there. He's an ex-military guy who, during a covert operation that went wrong, had his Mindseye implant pulled out, caused him to lose his memories. So he heads off to a city called Red Rock, where the game is set, to get answers, and he gets embroiled in a story that's way bigger than he could ever have imagined.
Right.
And really, it's an action adventure. A lot of guns and cars. If you like a very deep narrative, then this game's for you. But we're also pushing it toward people who want to make games, make their own games. It's got a very easy set of tools in it to make your own missions, make your own gameplay.
Yeah. So, you have a long career in game design. So, you're coming out of what you've done in the past for a long time. You've learned a lot about game design and storytelling. What are kind of like the big lessons that you've taken from the past that you brought into this? What are like the key things that you brought with you?
Yeah. I guess at the start of a game, you come up with a theme for it, you come up with a basic story, and you come up with the mechanics.
Yeah.
And I think the key lesson I've learned over time is stick within the boundaries that you've set for yourself. It's those limitations that make things good. It's always easy to add new systems. It's far more difficult to finish a game with your current system. So it's kind of stick within the limitations that you've set for yourself, and stick within the limitations of the box that you're in, be it a PC, a PlayStation, or an Xbox.
Right. Games you've worked on in the past have been very big, huge experiences with lots of side missions and lots of that. Whereas Mindseye is actually quite a tight, more linear experience. What kind of drew you to that? Was it that you wanted to tell a very specific story? Or?
So the Mindseye campaign, the Mindseye story, it's a small part in a very big story that we plan to tell over the next however many years it takes. So for us to tell that story, we thought it best to be linear. It's often hard in an open world to keep the story clean. As he's saving the world, it might be strange for him to go off and bowl for 2 days. So it was a conscious decision. Having said that, we have open world systems, and so there is an open world side mission through the Arcadia system or through the Build Mindseye system. And this is also part of a bigger infrastructure that we're trying to put together. I think the way players play games these days is very different to it was when I started making games many years ago. I think consumers are, it's not uncommon to play a game, watch your friends play a game, watch TV and be on social media all at the same time. So as we release our future content, all of these things will eventually come into this Mindseye ecosystem.
Right. So you mentioned that that you wanted to be able to make it so that people could create games themselves. So Mindseye has a tool within it.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about how that works and kind of what it will actually allow people to do?
Yeah. So inside Mindseye, as you're playing any mission, if you see a spot on the map that you think would be great for you to build your own thing, just hit escape, jump into build, and then you can immediately start creating anything you want. Our key goal is to make this as simple as possible. So you can literally, within 1 or 2 minutes, have a half-decent shootout built. And these tools will continue to expand on them. So every system that we build to make games like Mindseye, we give those tools to players. Because we believe you're all creative. I think, you know, if you were to ask a lot of these guys out here what if they like to make a video game, I think the answer is yes. So it's putting the power of building it into the hands of players. And that's key for us, very important to us.
Right. So how will, once say I've made a game inside the system, how do I share it, and then how do people get access to it? Like, you know, in something like Roblox, it's just a big menu of like, I think there's what, 40 million games inside of Roblox or something, and it's just an overwhelming sort of mess of stuff, and you have no idea kind of what it is that you're getting into. How do you kind of curate that within what you're doing?
So at launch, we'll curate the content, and we'll pick the cream of the crop, and we'll put it in a featured menu. But eventually we want players to curate their own. We want the players to decide what they like. It shouldn't really be up to us. The whole point of these build systems is to put the power in the player's hands. And we really don't want to dictate eventually how you earn money in the game or how you, what you decide to play.
So, Mindseye itself, are you going to be sort of adding stuff to it, and will the tool actually be a part of how Mindseye itself is expanded? Will you be using your own tools to build on the game?
So, a lot of what you see in the game now was actually built within the tools. A lot of the ambience was built while we were building the build systems and building the game. Any opportunity we could get to build the game with the tools we would use. Our next games, more and more of it will be built using the tools. We will be continually adding, so this is a part of a universe, imagine a Star Wars universe, where we have many stories that take place over different time periods and over different parts of the universe, and they all sit under this one overarching story, and they will all eventually tie together. And these tools also will work on any world that we build. These tools are naturally all compatible with each other.
This game it's a single player experience. Would that include multiplayer stuff that you can add to it as well?
Yeah. So multiplayer will come at the end of this year, and then we have a huge open world multiplayer add-on that will come out next year. But in the interim, we have lots every week, 2 weeks, a month. There will be new content appearing, and then obviously players' content will be appearing too.
In the trailer, it seems like there's multiple characters, and it seems like the drone plays a big part of it. Is that sort of a big part of the gameplay mechanics? Is it sort of interacting with other characters and having them be a part of it as well?
Yeah, so the drone, the Mindseye plant got taken out when Jacob was in the military, and it gets reactivated, and he gets this little companion drone. And so it adds a new layer of strategy when you're in combat. It can stun people, it can throw these mini grenades, and it can also hack robots, which is very useful. So you can hack robots, and then they change allegiance, and they'll jump onto your side.
and is that something that you can bring into your own experiences as well? You can use all those tools in
Sorry.
the experiences that you build yourself.
Yeah.
You can use that kind of all those mechanics as well.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
every tool that we use to build a game, we will give to players so they can build their games.
Yeah.
And we're very excited to see what players are going to build. It's often they come up with more interesting ways to use the tools and almost hack the tools to build some really amazing content. So we're very keen to see what players can build on Tuesday when the game comes out.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Les. Mindseye is out for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series on June 10th, which is this week. But before that, there's lots more Xbox Live still to come, so stick around for our June Live.